everyone, it's Nona Grace, and I'm from Western New York. Today, it's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all of you that are out there. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Our day has been fun. In fact, I want to share a little bit of fun that just happened in our day. So you'll get to see my daughter, and you'll get to see my son-in-law, and you'll get to see one of my oldest granddaughter. You'll get to see her. And they were singing the Cup song, so I hope you enjoy their little entertaining. They're very entertaining to me, and I'm hoping you'll enjoy it too. I also wanted to say, yesterday when I did my motorcycle video, and I was struggling with the chaps, you would have probably pulled out your hair if you saw how long it actually took me to figure out those chaps. I must have been trying to figure them out for almost 10 minutes. It was really ridiculously long. Thank goodness for editing. I was able to make it look like it was only a few seconds, but it really was a long time. I hadn't put them on in so long that I forgot how they were supposed to go on. I was also asking my husband, like when we met, he had a bike. And we rode a bike to Letchworth State Park. My father wasn't too keen on us going, and he says that when we went, he actually borrowed his brother's bike. And for me to ride on the motorcycle was so scary, I hung on to the sissy bar, little handle down by the sissy bar, and I leaned my back against it, and I did not move. By the time I got to Letchworth, and by the time I got home, I had such a stomachache from tense muscles. And so when we got married, I said to him, well, he had a small bike. He had a Yamaha RD 350 is what he had before we were married. And I said, we can buy you a bigger bike, but you have to promise to never, 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 never ask me to ride it, because I don't want to ride it. I had ridden on this other bike. I don't even know what. It was a little bigger than the 350.
Same as the second one that I bought.
Same as the second one that you bought? Okay. So I said, you can buy a brand new bike if you like. And so he traded his bike in, and he got a Suzuki GS 550 in 1980. Okay, now that bike was, it was a good bike, but he ended up hitting a dog, so he didn't want to keep that one because the forks, he could feel a difference in them. They must have got bent a little bit. So he traded that one in 1990. So 10 years later, he got a Yamaha Virago 535. Okay, that's the bike that he had until 2008. Now we're a little short of 10 years there, but we went and got another bike. And this time I thought, well, I never rode the Yamaha. I never rode the Suzuki, but I thought, maybe I'll ride with him we had to go to Hector's, and it's in Jamestown. So we went
35 miles.
About 35 miles from our house, 35 to 37 miles, somewhere in there. And I thought, I could probably ride with you. Well, I hung on for dear life the whole way there. The seat was not comfortable, and I'm thinking, oh, good grief, I've got to ride this back home. I've got to go home with him and it was a different bike, though, that we were getting. We got a Kawasaki Nomad, a 1600. Okay, that one had a nice seat on it. It felt like I was sitting in my dining room chair. I actually was able to put my hands up, adjust my helmet, adjust myself, and sit. And I thought, whoa, I couldn't even let go on the last bike, and here I'm adjusting myself. So that one was a good bike. Now, we were going to take a bike trip, believe it or not, on that bike. I was willing to go now. I figured I kind of like this bike. It's easy for me to ride. I felt kind of safe on it. But he got vertigo. So that was the year that we bought our Goldwing GL 1800. That was in 2010, because we had a bike ride that we were going on with my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law. And we were going to be gone for almost 2 weeks. And I thought, if nothing else, and it was a trike. So the Goldwing trike if he were to have a vertigo attack, he could just lean over. I could hit the kill switch, and I could steer us off the road, and then I could drive it because I had a license by then. And a two-wheel bike, I would have never been able to drive. And if we had a two-wheel and he had a vertigo attack, we'd have been on the ground, and I wasn't looking forward to hitting the ground. So we got the trike. And so whenever we travel with his trike. And then when I had a black bike, a little 250 Honda. I still have it. And I saw this little white 250 Honda. I liked that one better. So my husband bought me the 250 Honda. But I'm afraid to ride it with two wheels. So he bought this addition to it. I don't know. It's some I don't know what you'd call it. It's
Outrigger wheels?
Yeah. Outrigger, I have to say these words, outrigger wheels he bought me. And we were buying a wheel that was, didn't have as many spokes, but they didn't have the wheel we had ordered, so they sent me an 80-spoke wheel, which is a real pretty wheel. Who would think that wheels could be pretty, but the wheels are pretty. And so we put that on there. And then he bought me the saddlebags, and then he bought me the back thing, what's on the travel box on the back. And the bike looks really cute now. And so that's the one I ride. And I'm too afraid, for all of you that said I look good on a bike, I am really a chicken when it comes to riding this bike. I did move the black bike out of the barn and brought it out in front, and because we're trying to sell that one. And that one's got two wheels. But I really prefer to ride a bike with the three wheels, and because you know it's not going to tip over. It's safer all the way around. But when I do my walk around, you will see I actually have four wheels on my bike, because this outrig thing that you put on it, you leave the bike intact. It has its two wheels there, so if you wanted to, you could take them off and go ride on two wheels, but I'm not about to do that. Well, that's enough about motorcycles. Now we're going to go into the fun stuff that we did today, and I will talk to you at the end. I'll see you in a little bit. Hang in there. Don't go away. The best is yet to come. Okay.
6, 7, 8.
Well, what do you think? Can you do the cup song yet? I couldn't do it, so I didn't participate in it. I did try, but that was before it was on camera. And it was they have to go so slow for me to even do it, and then I still can't do it. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.